Hey guys, it's Gabrielle from the Barre, and in this Sunday stretch, we're going to be doing a light flow on the bar. If you don't have a bar, the next best thing to use is going to be, in the kitchen has a bathroom counter. This is going to be a fixed surface, so you're not going to slip and fall back. If you're thinking about getting a bar, but you weren't sure which one, I've got two listed on my website, so you can go to barre.com, go to the shop page, and see if either one of those look interesting to you. So to get started, we're going to face the bar. We're going to go fingertips distance away from our bar, and we're going to start to scoop and round our back. So we're going to mobilize the spine, scooping your tummy in, just gently coming back, which is really, really light, and then come up here and then arch. So you're going to scoop and arch, scoop and arch. Really, really light. We want to make sure that as we're going to our arch, we're not dumping into the low back and compressing. We're just letting our spine open and close. With a nice inhale and exhale. Taking it from your head down to your tailbone. Breathe it in, round it out. Breathe it in, round it out. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's hold it here. So now you're going to hold onto your bar. Your knees are going to be right over your ankles. You're going to stay in this scooped position, and then we're going to slowly hang back on your bar, and then you're going to stretch the feet out long. And you're going to feel a nice stretch in those hamstrings. Go ahead and go as deep as you feel comfortable to do so. Make sure you're not on a slippery surface with those feet, because this could end badly. And just take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, and you're going to bend your knees, scoop on up, round, round, round. Find your neutral spine, and then follow to a push-up where you're getting a little stretch in your calves. So keep your tummy flexed. So again, we're not dumping anything into the lower back. Check down on those feet. Tightness in your calves will pull your feet out of position. So you want to have your heels underneath your hip sockets and toes facing forward. Now we're going to float into this position. We're going to hang back 90 degrees with the knees over the heels, and then come back up and into a light push-up, and then press. Just breathe lightly. Sitting into the heels, stretching the elbows away from the body. Sitting into the heels, stretching the elbows away from the body. So a little sit back. Press it up, stretch, and go for 2. One more time. And then we're going to come back down and hold in that space. I'm going to have you stretch up one more time. Fall back as far as you can. Scoop your belly in, soften your knees, and then lift your heels. And you're going to feel an amazing stretch all the way down from the back, from your lower back down to your calves. You want to have those pinky toes on the floor. Just stretch, stretch, stretch as much as you can. Roll it on up. And now we're going to repeat in first position. So you're going to go ahead and take your first position, fingertips on a bar, and we're going to plie, and then sit back into that plie. We're going to hang out right here for a few seconds. I want you to make sure you've got a nice even V, and then you're going to arch your lower back, scoop your belly in, arch, and scoop. This is just going to set the hips to where your pelvis is aligned and coordinate with your back. So you just want to arch and round, arch and round. So press those heels down into the floor. Let's breathe in. You're going to come on up and then find that stretch again. So inhale, press, exhale, elbows away from the bar. Inhale, press, exhale, inhale, press, breathe in all the way down. This is where you're going to find that tightness in the calves. So you want to let your body just float down, tailbone over the heels. Come back out and keep those heels together and on the floor. Your hands are going to steer you. That's the whole purpose of the bar, is it allows us to find that ideal alignment, giving us a little bit of a foundation. And 2 more. So we're going to come down and then hold right here. Straighten those legs out if you can. You can always come up a little bit higher. This is a pretty intense stretch, but it's excellent for getting that range of motion you need for dancing. Now you're going to keep your heels together, and then we're going to lift the toes up, your heels up. You want to be careful that your ankles don't roll open, so if you don't have that range of motion just yet, you can maybe hang out here, or just keep your toes on the floor. Then I'm going to add a little extra stretch here, making sure I've got a nice stretch that's going to come from the inside of my knee down to my big toe, and then I'm going to bring it back. And then we're going to take it into our parallels and stretch out our calves. So I'm going to roll back one more time, just kind of set it a little bit, scoop up, and then let's take a nice step forward. You want to keep this really organized. You want your hips facing your bar, and you're just going to allow the muscles in that back calf to open up. So we're just going to stay here and breathe, keeping that nice neutral spine. Nice inhale and exhale. And we can bring our right arm up, bring the outside leg that you're stretching. I want you to reach and find lots of length here. Maybe even engage your glute a little bit, and you're going to find that that stretch is going to intensify down into the lower leg. Remember not to dump into the lower back. Always look from the rib cage and crease at the shoulder blades. And then bring that down. And then we're going to step back. Keep your feet where they are and just bend your knees and hang here. And then you can tap the front foot forward, and that's going to give you a nice deep stretch at the very top of your calf. It's going to help with your jumping and your running mechanics. Now I'm going to bring that back up, and we're going to switch sides. So I'm going to gently step forward, nice toe, ball heel. Let me align my hips and find that stretch there. If your legs can hyperextend, it's important that you don't let that go into that extension. You want to hold about 90%. So you can lock your knee and then just soften it just the tiniest bit. Keeping that weight down in your heels, hips are front. Let's breathe in. Now with your next inhale, go ahead and sweep that right arm up. Lift through the chest, crease at the shoulder blades, and engage your left glute just a little bit, and intensify that stretch for 3, 2. And then we're going to lower that down. Go ahead and press it on back. Find your parallel. Let's sit back. Now stretch the right foot forward and just deepen that stretch there in the left leg. And bring it on up. Now we're going to do the same thing in our first position. So it's important that you don't overstretch in this space because the ankles will roll in or roll out. And we want to always build symmetry in the flexibility we have on the inside and the outside of our shin. So fingertips away from your bar. Find that nice first position. I want you to brush forward, find a toe ball heel, and then lunge into it, hips level with the bar. So again, just keeping that weight down into the back, and then let's stretch that arm up. This time we're going to take it to the side, and then twist open right underneath the rib cage. Having a little soleus stretch in there as well. Keep lots of weight down into your right heel or your front heel, depending on what leg you're front. And let's take that back, and let's switch sides. Go ahead and brush toe ball heel, lunge into it, hips are facing front. And sweep that right arm up. Come over to your side, hips still stay front. Power down into your front heel and then twist at the rib cage. Taking nice cleansing breath. And then you can release that there. I'm going to go in for one more stretch here. This is something that's really important. If you're familiar with the term like sickling of the foot, in dance, you want to make sure that your foot doesn't scoop in that way because that's really stressful for your knees. So we're going to take this stretch here, and I'll just show you this direction, feel a little easier. You're going to take this stretch here in that first position, and just keep your knees nice and soft, bend into that plie, and then bring your foot forward. So your tailbone is down, you're in a plie, the knee is out, but you're just going to get that stretch right there on that inside area of your Achilles. So you can do this still facing your bar. Just want you guys to get a better idea of how to do this stretch. Now I'll show you from this side view. This is kind of technical, and I want you to stretch now your left. So you plie down, abs are scooped, and then you brush forward, keeping that knee over the second toe. And how far you go down is just going to depend on your range of motion. So definitely keep that heel on the floor. and then bring it on up. And then we can just shake it out a little bit. Open up those feet a little bit more. And you are all stretched out this Sunday. I'll see you guys back next week.